Must be a danger man for the win in this sprint.
Okay, we heard it here first. You mentioned Jack Miller there, who's going from the 4th row of the grid in 11th. We can hear from him now. When you've got effectively a colleague, a teammate, the Gas is supposed to be the satellite team really on the front row of the grid.
It's not good. So he's done a great job for them, but right now he's got a massive thorn in his side, and it is a 19-year-old shark that is just attacking full gas.
We saw that there are a few riders that shows really huge potential.
Davide Tarazzi there saying it'll be a funny race. He might not be laughing in the garage if it doesn't go his boy's way, though. What about Franco?
Hard for him to challenge those front 6, but to be on the 3rd row of the grid for him, and it's only his 3rd race on Ducati, missing most of pre-season testing.
Seats are pretty much gone now, apart from Aprilia, and woe and behold, we have an Aprilia in pole position, in Maverick Vinales.
Being made now, people's futures are being made for the next 2 years on how a performance today could go. So there's riders that are going to get silly in this race, that are going to really try and force it to fate. And sometimes it's at this track, it's easy to go the limit, make a mistake, go down.
And usually that sort of stress stays away from the rider. The crew do a good job of managing it, keeping him cool and not making him too worried about.
From pole position, but any of the front 6 will want to win this one. It promises to be a barn burner. Motogp, good afternoon from Austin in Texas, and we are about to go sprint racing around the circuit of the Americas. If you are new to the mouth-watering prospect we've got ahead of us today with the grid set up as it is, Maverick Vinales on pole has looked fantastic. Perhaps it's Bastianini. It was a wild qualifying session, Neil. What are we going to get in this sprint race? Now you've made it back from the grid.
Yeah.
I was out before. It's nearly 3.5 miles around this circuit. Perhaps the most challenging strip of asphalt in the world.
Slipstream as well, so there is a lot of calculations the riders are making, and that's why I use the word instinctive riders.
Vinales can rekindle that form from Portugal. We are ready to rock and roll here in the live music capital of the circuit of the Americas. Lights go out and we are underway in a big wheelie from Pecco Bagnaia from the
Gulf mid-pack, and at that point then you're trying to recalibrate what to do, and that's why he's dropped back so far.
Last year's sprint winner is way Taka Nakagami, our first rider out.
Yeah, I was watching Acosta then. Acosta's tried on 2 separate occasions so far in half a lap to pass Marc Marquez.
Martin has been the fastest rider all weekend. Vinales, you would suggest, though, might have better pace.
Yeah, especially on this part of the track. We know the ground.
Vinales was on the Yamaha and challenging for wins regularly and challenging for championships. Marquez will know he has to set about roughing up this round in Portugal. 3rd place for him there, completely unexpected on the, shall we say, on the gas bike, but not a Ducati. The LEDs flashing, so that suggests that there might be something down on the track there. You can see yellow and red flag means there is
slightly aggressive there on, I think it was Miguel Oliveira. I think he just rode through the side of him.
It's not like Brad Binder.
Well, he's working his way forward. He's up to, is he 11?
Holding off Martin. And Aleix Espargaro, who has struggled a little bit this weekend. Fastest rider on track is Marc Marquez in 2nd place. But
who is this rider? Being aggressive and passing riders.
You mean Batmav? He stopped being the Top Gun. He was named after Maverick, the character from Top Gun, in the factory Ducati team. On board we go with Pedro Acosta. It's Marc Marquez ahead of us at the moment.
Straight away. So, like I say, at this point, there's no point in wasting energy unless you know you're going to be miles faster.
Watch Bagnaia. Road champion Maverick Vinales pulled the pin here. He's just gone 7/10 quicker than Marquez on that previous lap. And so, Vinales is trying...
Pedro Acosta. I think Pedro Acosta, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I will, is being held up by Marc Marquez on the Ducati. They're
in the Premier class.
Yeah, Jorge Martin's definitely coming. He's closed the gap down by another 0.2 of a second.
Using every inch of that Michelin rubber on his Pramac Ducati to close up on Acosta, and if we know one thing, electronic problem, I think. That's always the what the teams tell us.
Who's going to pull the trigger?
Big moment for Marquez. I wonder if that was a clip of the curve.
It was. Yeah. It's exactly that through there. Yeah, he's going to struggle to get that stopped. He's going to struggle to get it stopped, but he's done it.
And that is stamping on the rear. Coming through similar age and similar kind of pace, but he is something different, Acosta.
0.9 0.6 of a second slower. If you look further down, some of the riders are nearly 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds slower than your leader. And you know what though? Marquez loves this, Pedro Acosta loves this, and so does this man. Oh, he's seen an opening, there's not much of a gap.
Like a UFC fighter, isn't he? A grappler.
Yeah.
Jack Miller making older now. Fernandez up into 8th place. Is he up into 7th now? Changing all the time. Jorge Martin in 3rd. Pedro Acosta in 4th place. Then it's Espargaro 5th. There are stories all over this field currently. The move on that last lap, Acosta and then Mark
Up to 0.3 of a second, so Marquez is feeling comfortable there in 2nd.
Yeah, and over the years in the Grand Prix, and we're getting to that point now. Here comes Bagnaia. Thought about a lunge on his VR46 Academy pal Frankie Moore. Perhaps their turn 19, or even here. Look at the green paint on the outside of the racetrack. You go there once in a sprint race and you get a warning.
Strong. I didn't see this coming though for Francesco Bagnaia.
No, me neither.
It's just that little sniff of there might be an opportunity here. It's just got in a bit deep. He's not done a lot wrong. He's just hit the brakes a fraction late.
And the rear wheel just half a second across the middle part of the lap. And then again, Vinales pulls out another couple of tenths.
It's so the nature of this track, it's really...
Looking at the rear of Raul Fernandez, we've not said that too many times. Fernandez on the Trackhouse Aprilia.
I'd say more something failed there, because I've never seen Francesco Bagnaia do that, and now the system Ducati have got you.
About Miguel Oliveira, he's the one that they're hoping for. On last year's spec bike still, he's got the 24 engine, but the rest...
Yeah.
And actually, he should get good drive as well. Having done the undercut, Bastianini's compromised his exit.
Yeah, and now he's in a position...
It's Marquez by 2 seconds, Martin a further 1.5 back, then Acosta 1.5 behind him, Aleix Espargaro in 5th, Miller 6th, and this
cost him a little bit on exit, but he got past Raul Fernandez. Great move.
That's that phase of the corner though, isn't it, where the Ducati, if you do run that little bit known over the last week with his Batman celebrations, what's he going to be today as he takes victory in the sprint race at the circuit of the Amerika?